What's going on, Raptors Nation? It is Luca here back with another video. I forgot what it felt like to experience a Raptors blowout win. Not gonna lie, it was pretty nice to watch a game from start to finish and not have to worry about it. The Raptors, they met their tanking match. The Pelicans were flat out bad, missing a ton of guys. They did get DeJounte Murray back, but it did not matter. This was the Raptors game from start to finish. Pop the champagne bottles, everyone. The Raptors get their first road win of the season, and they avoid their worst road start in franchise history. You look at this game, it was just a complete attack. It was a complete balanced attack by the Toronto Raptors. 4 out of their 5 starters finished in double figures. Now, I want to start with Jameson Battle. I thought he was the X factor in this one. He really set the tone for this team from off the bench. Grady Dick missed this game, so the Raptors, they needed shooting. They did get a lot of shooting in this one. We'll talk about that in just a minute, but Jameson Battle, he had the best game of his career. 24 points on 9 for 11 shooting, 6 for 8 shooting from deep. This guy can shoot. He had 3 assists, he had a block, a steal, and really, Jameson Battle, he can be a big part of this bench. The way he's able to stretch the floor, knock down shots, he was in the zone. I mean, he was lights out. His ability to shoot the 3 is valuable, and he really made the most out of his minutes. Battle, if he continues to play like this and shoot like this, I mean, there's no reason why you're not going to find minutes to play him, because his shooting can just absolutely transform a game and really be the difference maker. As you look at the starting play, Jacoby Walter, he got his first start, and I like this. Raptors starting the rookie, not going with Davion Mitchell, who had been struggling. And Walter, I thought he did show us a lot of good stuff. I know he just shot 2 for 10 from 3, but he had 11 rebounds. 5 assists, 2 steals. So he was able to impact this game in other ways. He came out, hit his first 3-point attempt of the game. He did have moments where you saw the glimpses of that offense, the glimpses of a guy who can be a scorer. We know, though, with Walter, we are going to see these inconsistent shooting spurts where he is going to look good in moments, but then other times he's not in terms of his shooting efficiency. But he was big on the glass. That's something he could do, rebound at a high level for his position. And the 5 assists as well stood out. So I really liked what I saw from overall. He was a plus 31. If he hits that 3-ball more consistency, I mean, this is a guy who's going to be a weapon from off the bench. At least that's how the Raptors envision him, you would think, once this team is fully healthy. Agbaji, I mean, death taxes, Agbaji corner 3s. Like, this was outstanding to see from Agbaji. You talk about responding in a big way. He had a terrible outing against the Pistons on Monday night. Goose egg, Darko called him out, saying he needs to be better. And how did he follow that up? He took that criticism. He took it personally. 24 points, 9 for 10 from the field, 6 for 7 from 3. Agbaji has become one of the best corner 3 shooters in the NBA. Just a complete turnaround from the other night. 6 rebounds. He was a plus 33. When Agbaji's hitting his shots, it just makes the Raptors that much more of a handful to deal with. And you look at the Raptors, they were hitting their shots. Who would have thought? To win in today's NBA, you just have to hit your 3s. It's as simple as that, really. If you hit your 3s, you are going to beat a lot of teams. The Raptors took 52 3-pointers in this one. They shot 40%. They hit 21 threes to the Pelicans 11. The Pelicans weren't necessarily a good 3-point shooting team, and that was actually one of the areas of this matchup that I was looking at, because there was no Grady Dick. Who was going to step up, and where were the Raptors going to get that shooting from? Because we saw they didn't have that shooting in Detroit the other night, but the 3-ball was clicking. And once you hit your 3s in today's NBA, you are going to win. It's as simple as that. And 49% from the field, but the 3-ball was the big difference maker. You got so many guys chipping in, hitting their 3s. The Raptors also did a wonderful job moving the basketball, 38 assists. So this was total domination. The Raptors led by 34 points, and You talk about the three-pointers made. Abaji hitting 6 of them. Battle 6. They accounted for 12. They were big. Scotty Barnes, he struggled from 3 after hitting 3 threes in a row against Detroit. He did have an inefficient shooting night, but we know what Scotty, he's still going to stuff the stat sheet. I thought he still had a nice game. His rebounds were high, assists, his points. He was still a plus 33. I mean, how many guys can shoot 7 for 23 from the field and still be higher than a plus 30? So, I mean, that's just Scotty doing other things really well when he doesn't have his shot falling. And then I thought RJ Barrett had a nice bounce back too. He was very inefficient, took a lot of wild shots in Detroit. Shot selection's been a little bit suspect as of late, but in this one, smarter decisions with it. Didn't chuck up a bunch of shots. He was more efficient, 8 for 15. You'll live with 3 for 7 from deep. The free throws, he still has to work at that. I don't know what's going on with RJ. He's got to be more efficient at the foul line. He was just 3 for 7 at the line, but 11 assists, 8 rebounds. Really a complete game for him, 22 points. So this was a nice game for RJ. And really, the only starter who didn't have a good game was Yak. Just 2 points, shot it 4 times. And we knew Yak's numbers were going to fall. I mean, it was fun while it lasted with the whole Shaka Pirtle talk, best big men in the East, all that. But we knew once guys were going to come back, and Yak was going to come back to reality a bit. And we saw it, right? As soon as Scotty got immersed back in the starting lineup, Yak has kind of been that guy that we've been accustomed to seeing. But where I will credit Yak is he's had at least 8 rebounds in every single game this season. So he's done a great job on the glass. You can't knock him when it comes to that. And yeah, the Raptors, I mean, this was a good old-fashioned beatdown. Really, they controlled the tempo of this game. It was never in question after the first quarter. Second quarter, they really burst out to that lead. Third quarter, a lot more of the same. Fourth quarter, you just had at the back of your mind, or at least I did, or the Raptors going to find a way to blow this because they've been excellent, ethical tankers. But in this one, there was not going to be anything when it came to ethical tanking and the Raptors blowing a lead and making it close. I mean, they finally just had a game where they put their feet up in the fourth quarter and relaxed, not worrying that the Pelicans were going to make a comeback. They earned this win. They played well. And the Raptors, they do notch their 5th win of the season. So might not be such good news for people that wanted to see this team lose this one in terms of the whole tanking war. But the Raptors clearly the much better team on this night. And they had their guys ready to play. Big bounce back performance following the heartbreaker in Detroit. And the Raptors, they will wrap up their road trip Friday night against the Miami Heat. We'll see how they look in that one. But the shooting, it was on display. A Raptors team that had been in need of three-point shooting, especially with Grady out. They got it in a big way on this night. But guys, let me know your thoughts. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. That is it for me. So Luke signing off. Thanks so much for watching. I will catch you all again in the next one.